and welcome to video lecture series in sociology. Today we are going to discuss chapter 5 doing sociology, research methods from your textbook introducing sociology. Now as you know, for understanding we have divided this chapter into 8 parts. So far in this lectures we have discussed about what is research, how do we choose a topic for research, what is objectivity and subjectivity, and what are the aims of research. We have also discussed about various types of research designs and about historical method and case studies. Now today in the journey of research methodology and research methods, we will talk about various types of data, that is quantitative and qualitative data, primary and secondary data, and what are mixed methods. Now let us begin understanding what various types of methods mean. Now research is simply a process of investigating something systematically, and as we know that sociological research is investigating social life using sociological theories and various types of methods available to us. Now since reality is multifaceted and multidimensional, there are multiple perspectives. Sociologists use multiple methods to study it. There is no single way to reach or uncover sociological truth, and there are different methods that are more or less suitable for different types of research questions that you raise. As already discussed, there is a difference between the level or unit of analysis in the field of macro and micro sociology. So is the difference between the nature of research methods that we use in the respective areas. Let us first understand what do we mean by research methods, and subsequently we will discuss various types of research methods, namely qualitative, quantitative, primary and secondary methods. Now let us understand what is a research method. Simply stating, research methods are tools that sociologists use to collect data. Research methods are understood as those techniques which are used for collection of data for the purpose of research. In other words, you can say all those ways and means which are used by the researchers during the course of studying their research problems are termed as research methods. In short, it can be said that research methods help in collection of data with an aim of finding solutions to the research problems or questions raised by the researcher. Sociological research is about getting into society and exploring it in a number of practical ways. These practical ways are called as research methods that help sociologists to collect data. What is data? Data refers to the information a researcher collects by using various research methods, and research methods are mainly divided into qualitative and quantitative methods, primary and secondary methods, and we also use them in combination, and these are called as mixed methods. Quantitative methods are methods used to collect quantitative data or information that deals with numbers or anything which is measurable or ponderable. Quantitative data can be expressed in terms of tables, graphs, statistics or numerical values. Quantitative methods are those which focus on numbers and frequencies rather than on meaning and experience of the individual. These methods provide information which is easy to analyze statistically, and it is generally considered to be reliable. Quantitative data is usually gathered using more structured research instruments. The findings of this data are based on large sample sizes that are generally considered to be representative of the whole population. The studies using quantitative research methods can usually be replicated, that is, you can go back to the field and do the study again. These are considered to be generally high on reliability because of their replicability. Here researcher clearly defines the research questions in the beginning and looks for the objective answer through the process of data collection. All aspects of the study in this are carefully designed before data is collected. Data collected through quantitative methods is presented in the form of figures, tables, graphs, diagrams, etc. Such studies can be used to generalize concepts more widely, predict future results, or also investigate causal relationship between different variables. It is a method of inquiry used in many different academic disciplines and particularly in economics and social sciences. Qualitative methods are ways of collecting data as against the quantitative methods that deals with understanding and describing meanings rather than drawing statistical inferences. These methods, that is qualitative methods, provide a more in-depth understanding, explanation and rich descriptions of reality. Qualitative method aims to gather an in-depth understanding of human behavior and reasons that govern such behavior. Here the researcher investigates the answer of why and how things happen, not just what, where and when it happened. Hence, the study is done on a small sample rather than a large sample as in the quantitative study. Now, let us compare quantitative and qualitative data on the basis of certain criteria that we are going to take into account. Now, first, if we take general framework into account, then quantitative methods seek to confirm a hypothesis about a phenomena. There is a rigid style of gathering information and categorization of responses to the questions. Quantitative methods are highly structured, and research designs like survey and quantitative methods like questionnaire and structured observations are used. Qualitative methods, on the other hand, if we talk about general framework, seek to explore a phenomena. It is flexible, iterative style, which means going backward and forth, of gathering and categorizing responses of questions. In qualitative methods, researchers use semi-structured methods such as in-depth interviews, focus group and participant observation. Now, if we compare the two on the basis of analytical objectives, quantitative methods attempt to quantify variation between phenomena and predict causal relationship between different variables, and they offer general description about the characteristics of a population. On the other hand, qualitative methods attempt to explain relationship and explore the relationship between different variables. It attempts to account for individual experiences, understand meanings and describe group norms and how meanings emerge in specific contexts. If we compare the two on the basis of questioning format, then in quantitative methods, the questioning format is fixed, inflexible and rigid, having many closed-ended questions, whereas in qualitative question format is flexible and open-ended. If we take the flexibility of research design into account, then there is a difference between qualitative and quantitative methods. Now, as you know, we have already discussed what is a research design. Simply stating, research design is a way a research is planned and organized. It is a blueprint of research. The studies using quantitative research designs are generally fixed in structure right from the beginning of the research. The response of the participants does not influence or determine how and what questions the researcher is going to ask next in the process of research. The design of research is subject to statistical assumptions and conditions. In qualitative studies, some aspects of study are flexible. For example, there can be an addition, deletion, restructuring, rewording of questions being asked during the process of interview. In fact, much of the process of data collection here is guided by the response of the participants. Study design is flexible, that is, data collection and research questions are adjusted according to what is the need in the process of exploration of the research phenomena. Now, data in quantitative research exists in the form of numbers. There are numerical values assigned to the responses. The data is collected on the pre-coded categories. For example, on an opinion survey on a particular thing, there can be 1 to 4 numerical value given to responses like you agree, then you say 4, you somewhat agree, then you assign 3, you somewhat disagree, then you say 2, and if you disagree completely, then 1. So, there are numerical values assigned to the responses. In qualitative methods, the data is obtained in textual form. It is collected in the form of field notes or recorded in audio or visual form. However, it is not necessary that a research has to remain purely qualitative or quantitative. When researchers use a combination of both qualitative and quantitative methods, it is called as mixed methods. Now, mixed method research integrates qualitative and quantitative techniques of data collection and analysis. Mixed method research strategy employs more than one type of research method. It uses different or multiple ways of looking at the research problem. It is used to produce general as well as specific explanations of a phenomena. Now, another way of classifying methods is to distinguish between primary and secondary research methods. The methods that rely on secondary or already existing data in the form of documents, historical records or artifacts are secondary research methods. Whereas in primary research methods, data is collected or generated by the researcher himself by using various methods of data collection. While using primary research methods, sociologists try to find about the social world by asking people questions. Now, how do they ask people questions? They can simply ask people questions by filling up the questionnaires. They can do it by filling a schedule. Now, there is a minor difference between a questionnaire and a schedule. What is that difference? A questionnaire is a situation when the respondent is responding and the questionnaire is being filled by the respondent himself. Whereas a schedule is when the respondent is responding, the researcher fills the questionnaire himself. That is a minor difference between a schedule and a questionnaire. Interviews over telephone or on internet, that is video conferencing, or conducting formal face-to-face interviews is also a way researchers ask questions to people. They can also ask questions informally in the context of the fieldwork. Now, sociological research also involves the analysis of secondary data. Secondary data, as you know, is not generated by the researcher. It includes data that is already existing or is collected by other researchers. Secondary sources include data from previous research which is already done. It may be material that is not specifically produced for research in hand, but that has important implication for the current research. Official statistics, historical records, archives and documents are some of the important sources of secondary data. At times, use of concepts like data, method and source can be a bit confusing for you. Qualitative or quantitative method and data, primary and secondary data and sources. You should be aware that there are fine lines of differences between these concepts. The data that sociologists collect for research can be primary and quantitative, primary and qualitative. It can also be secondary and qualitative and secondary and quantitative. Let us understand these various categories through an illustration to understand it simply. Now, look at this graph. On x axis we have secondary sources and on y axis we have quantitative data. On x dash, that is on left hand side, we have primary and on y dash we have qualitative. Now, let us fill these four quadrants and see what kind of method and data is there within each category. Now, let us go anti-clockwise. If we say that we are talking about quantitative data that is secondary in nature, then what methods we are using here is one is official statistics and census. If we talk about quantitative data that is primary in nature, which is now y and x dash, these are structured interviews, questionnaires and schedules help us to collect this type of data. If we talk about primary and qualitative data, then we have unstructured interviews and participant observation as methods of data collection. And finally, if we talk of qualitative and secondary data, it exists in the form of diaries, archives, historical records and autobiographies. The choice of methods is dependent upon or is guided by certain factors in sociological research. What are these factors? The first important factor is nature of topic under investigation or being studied. The second factor in consideration is theoretical preferences of the researcher. The third factor is availability of resources like time and money at the disposal of the researcher. And fourth is already existing work in the field. Now, despite classification between types of methods as we have discussed just now, there is an overlap while using methods of data collection. Methods are often used in combination of different types. Nowadays, sociologists use multiple methods to find answers to the question raised in the investigation. It means the same research is analyzed from different vantage points. This process is called as triangulation. Triangulation as a process helps in eliminating the disadvantages of a particular method by employing another method in the same situation. Here, different methods complement each other and help researchers to gain a better understanding of the subject. Because of the distinctive character of sociology, researchers mostly use primary methods, where they collect data or first-hand information during the fieldwork that they conduct themselves. We will discuss about advantages and disadvantages of various methods used by sociologists in the subsequent part of this chapter. To conclude, let us summarize what we discussed in this lecture. We discussed the difference between qualitative and quantitative methods of data collection. What are mixed methods? We discussed the difference between primary and secondary data, and we also discussed the combination of primary, secondary, qualitative and quantitative methods, and about triangulation briefly, which we will take up later in the other lectures. In the next part of this chapter, we will try to talk about variety of research methods, their advantages and disadvantages in detail. Till then, you can enjoy reading this part of the chapter. Thank you.